Megavanan, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am, and today on MMOnday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Oh, I forgot to update my thing here. We're doing Lord of the Rings Online. Now, we are currently working with Eowyn. They're working in the process of evacuating Edoras, and we have moved on to Dunharrow and Underharrow to get everything all set up there. And I've been running around a little bit in some of Western Rohan, helping things out a bit. So we're going to pick up right where we left off. We are currently with Erkenbrand back at Woodhurst, and we're doing some minor last-minute questing in there based upon some of the stuff that we did in Underharrow and Dunharrow. So we will go ahead and pick up from there and see where we're going. Also, if you have any event that's coming up in-game that you would like for me to promote on my stream, then please. You can post it down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can send me an email at talisian@gmail.com under the subject LOTRO events, or the link is down below. You can join me on my Discord server. We not only talk about Lord of the Rings Online, but we talk about Diablo. Diablo 4 just started Season 12, Season of the Butcher. Path of Exile, that has Mirage going. We've been talking about that a little bit. Titan's Quest 2 just released Chapter 3. I've been playing that a little bit off and on. Lots of games that are going on. So please, come on by, say hello, and let me know if there's any events that you want me to promote. Currently, as you can see here, we have the 18th anniversary gift is still available. The 19th anniversary gift is coming up. And also, LI Reward Trek Season 17 is currently available, and I'm up to rank 22 right now. And I'm coming up to the incomparable coffer of the Wild Pasture Weapon Aura, which will include some ancient script with it as well. Plus, there are some runes and script and traceries that are coming up as well. So hopefully we'll make some progress on that today as well. But every day is a Hobbit's birthday, and we are the fortunate ones to get the presents when that happens. And today's silver present is 50 virtue pieces and 1 gold piece worth of copper scraps. I will go ahead and use those real quick. There we go. We want to save those, and we want to sell those. So we are currently working on, let's see. Yes, we're currently here to Helm. We're questing with him right now. As you can see, he has a quest for me to turn in.
Travel south to Brockbridge and meet with my son, Herefara.
Book 12, Chapter 10, Rumors of Battle.
I sent my son Herefara south to the town of Brockbridge for a bridge over that span is of great strategic importance. He was to help Thane Leoford keep that point secure for the Thane. Well, some say his last days are nearly here, but my son is strong and will help Leoford defend the span. Travel south to Brockbridge and meet with my son. He will know how best you and your companions can help.
Okay. So we will head down there. I actually already have been doing some questing in that area, so I already have the waypoint, so it'll be easy to get there. Let's see if I've got do I have a port to Brockbridge, or do I need to, let's see, Underharrow, Edoras. No, I don't have it, so we will go ahead and take a ride there because I already have it saved. Oh, wrong way. So I hope everyone's doing well today. It's a nice sunny day out here. I fed the cat chickens this morning. They were very happy to see me. If you like watching cat chicken videos, pop up my YouTube channel. I try to share videos with them every day or every other day or so, just a short, just a minute or two.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Just a quick minute or two video with them, but they love it. And occasionally we get a dog chicken that shows up. I think Leo and Buster have both been on streams before. So you arrived at Brockbridge and should now find Herefara. And I know exactly where Herefara is. And there he is. Now, we've already done some questing here, if you recall back to some of the mid to late chapters of the evacuation of Edoras. So I've already done some questing here. This might just be an acknowledgement of that. Oh, you love the cat chicken video from this morning? Thank you, Destiscardo. I appreciate that. Like I said, I try to make things interesting, try to cover different things, try to make everybody's life a little less stress-filled, you know? Try to bring a little joy to everybody.
A Dunlending raiding party has crossed the mountains.
My father sent you to me. I'm pleased he did so, but I must confess that your abilities might more be needed elsewhere. My men report something terrible has happened at the ford of Ison, and no one seems to be able to give a clear account. Men are scattered all over the Westfold, and rumors of battle around. Stay not at Brockbridge. Someone must learn what has befallen the Westfold. Some say the king himself was embroiled into fighting and may have ridden on to Helm's Deep. A raiding party of Dunlendings across the mountains, and they strike from the cover of darkness. Their delight in killing the innocent is unrivaled. Their mark is of the winged talon, and the fear of them is spread like fire in the brush. Hope to stand against them, but I've been unable to yet find them. They strike and then disappear, as if they wield some skill born of magic. But before you leave, though, go to the mead hall to speak with the Thane. Leothric is very weak, and the strain of rule has taken a heavy toll on his strength. It is the courteous thing to do. My father Helm believes I ruled in Brockbridge, and perhaps it seems so in action, but I would not presume to tread upon the authority of the Thane. Very well. I will go and talk to the Thane real quick, just to make sure he's okay. I have a feeling once I leave West Rohan and head toward the Ford of Ison, I may not be back for a while, so I want to make sure everything is taken care of here as best as I can.
You come from Edoras. What news?
You tell the Thane that the king has ridden to Isengard to wage war against Saruman's forces, and Leofrith's face slowly forms a righteous grin.
Good. That is the strength I remember. My son, Hama, surely rides with the king. He is most loyal.
Leofrith's voice fades into nothing, and his eyes seem far away. You nearly turn away when his eyes close, but then he speaks once more.
Help the king. The Riddermark must not fall. The Erlingers will.
You respectfully wait for more, but the Thane is lost in his own thoughts, and no longer sees you. So Nona and Horn are here in Brockbridge, so we will go and talk with them. There they are. And there's Corridon with them as well.
I know the mark of the winged talon. That is the sign of the Falcon clan.
The Hebagluth. They became enemies of my people when they accepted the coin of Saruman. They are enemies of yours as well, and of Horn's people. Herefara says he's not been able to track the raiding party, huh? Well, that is because he is a son of the Horse Lord and does not know the ways of the wild. He is at home in the open fields, but the people of the Falcon are familiar with the high crag and the paths in the mountains. Neil Brennan can lead his people wherever he will, and Herefara will never find him. But I will. I can move silently and swiftly, and can find the tracks no Horse Lord will recognize. We must part again, my friend, for a time. I will see you again when the Falcon Clan raiders have been defeated, but I cannot allow them to roam free unopposed. I must do this while I am still able. No others can.
You spoke of the Falcon Clan to me, not long after we first met.
I cannot deny their crimes, nor their evil, but I wish there was some other who could find them. Nona believes none other could track them, but surely the leader will make some error or some mistake that will lead to his downfall? No, you speak wisdom. Even if one innocent life could be spared, it would be folly not to act. Nona believes she can find the Falcon Clan raiding party, and I think she is right. But I will not leave her again. This is a journey we will make together. I hope you understand. I will see you again in time, but I cannot abandon Nona to this battle.
Horn wishes to go with Nona on her search for the Falcon Clan.
And I cannot blame him. He believed he could set his love aside while they are apart, but it seems to my eyes that has been proved incorrect. Rather than send his heart away with her, he would rather walk beside her on her own journey until its conclusion. Of all the strange things that have been done for love, this is perhaps the least peculiar. Desire to not be apart. He charged me with one task in his absence. He wanted me to look after you. As we continue southward into the Westfold in search of the king, I am to ensure that you do not endanger yourself unnecessarily. I told him that I would do my best. Our farewells have been said. When you are prepared to, let us go make for Helm's Deep in the Westfold. Horn says that is where the king would ride if his march to war ran afoul of the danger unexpected.
We are to make for Helm's Deep.
Then let us travel to Helm's Dyke, the entrance to the deep in the Westfold. And I actually have that one, but I also have a little quest here where I need to search for some survivors outside of Isengard. I'm wondering here, that is a level 95 quest. That's a 93 and a 93, so we'll go ahead and do the 93s first. And that'll also cover Watchers of the Road, which is the current green quest that I have. So we're going to head to the Westfold. And heading toward Helm's Deep. So it looks like it's going to be a long ride. I can probably head to Edoras. I could probably port to Edoras, and that will at least shorten the time some. So let's go ahead and do that. Because I have Edoras right here. Or no, I'm sorry, I have Edoras right here. Excuse me. There we go. I already have the Helm's Deep saved, but I don't want to go there until I have to. I don't want to break quests needlessly. And then we'll go ahead and buff up before we hit the open road. Went ahead and got on my my cook and my jeweler and went ahead and made some more food and made some more scholarly supplies for me so that I'm ready to go. All right. We definitely want to head this way. So let's mount up and start heading there. We'll have to ride across the Westfold, but there are certain things we need to find. We need to see if we can search the roads in Westfold for sign of Theoden's company, and we need to search for we need to scout the Stair of the Hold and scout the road to the Hornburg to try to find members of the party or any advanced guards. So we'll be doing both of those while we're here. Let's go ahead and max out my view so I've got an easier spot. Alright, so let's see what we can find. I wonder if we'll actually do the Battle of Helm's Deep first before we head to Isengard. I think we will. That'd be cool. I remember going through some of the questing in Helm's Deep prior to Angmar's launch. I was on the Landroval, Roban, Krupru and the Roving Orcs, and it is a small fellowship quest, but we can give it a try. He's this way. He's about 70 meters away. There he is. I'm going to dismount for this. Cruel Roving Orc. Ooh. Boy, I was not expecting that. That was fun. Who's left? He's got 47,000. Here we go. Back off. Give me a chance to heal a little bit here. And hit you with my healing arrow. He hurts. He hurts. I gotta be careful. Got him. Got him. You defeated Krupku, helping the war effort in Reston Rohan. And I got a green box of Westfold spoil. And in the box, 69 marks and 3 celebrant salves. Level 95, so we'll go ahead and save those. Those will be the next level up. There we go. Let's get back on horse. Always good when you can take out a warband to get things started in the morning. All right. Ravaging War. I actually need those for a deed. And actually, my skill and Slayer Deed Accelerator has expired. They're good for 6 hours, so I went ahead and just used that real quick. Honestly, I find that's one of the easiest ways to be able to make a lot of the deeds. And honestly, I can credit it with a lot of being able to complete. You spot a small gathering of people upon the road. Uh-oh. And that's part of the Westfold to the King's side. Let me go ahead and get this other scar and deposit over here. So I'm still working on trying to get some of my prospecting done.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
A stranger on the road at such a time? How can this be? You had best go back to where you came from. This is no place to be a wandering. We make for Helm's Deep, the last great stronghold in the Westfold. The forts of Isen are lost. Have you not heard? Erkenbrand is gone, as are Grimvold and Elfheim. Our last hope is at the mighty Hornburg. The people of the Westfold make for Helm's Deep, and perhaps Theoden's company did as well, for you do not see any sign of them upon the road. The terrified people make for Helm's Deep. Perhaps the kings did the same? Is there anything that they need right now that I can help them with? You ask the man if he or his fellows need any assistance. I think ye, stranger, but no. We hope to reach the Hornburg by nightfall. The enemy will not dare to strike us there. We shall make good time when our horses are rested. Search for Theoden at Helm's Dyke. These hardy folk decline your aid. You should now make for Helm's Deep and seek the king. Let's at least protect them a little bit. They don't need a ward. They don't need wargs bothering them. So we'll keep them safe. And I get to ride my elk. Yeah, there's the town of Marton. I will, if I remember my questing in this area, I'll be heading there for an extensive quest series very soon. There's another warband.
Oh, let's go ahead and take out another warband. He's over this way. If I can. We'll see if I can. If I can't, then we'll move on. He's about 150, less than 150 meters away, so he's not that far. Roving Trolls. And it is, oh no, that is an elite one. And that's why. The smallest ones have 12k. And the big one has 28. But they're trolls, so they hit hard, which is why they're considered elite status. So we will leave them alone. I mean, trust me, I'd like a red box of Westfold spoils, but I can't take him out solo, so... I'll take this workout, though. This is fun. This I can do. There we go. Let's hop on my horse again and start heading on. I have a lot of road to cover in the Westfold. Let me double check, make sure I've got all of these quests marked off here. Haven't missed anything. Everything's out at Helm's Deep, so Helm's Deep in the Fort of Ison. Carrion bird, okay. Thought it was a Crabane. I hate the Crabane. Spies of Isengard. Looks like we're going to be going right by part of Ally of the Ward Pack Master, huh? Go. Westfold Exploration, new deed. So if I can hit these, if I can discover these places in the Westfold, I'll pick up 5 LOTRO points, some marks, explore the Westfold, and some virtue experience, and more reputation with the Helmingas, which is whom I'm working for now. But we need to head to Helm's Deep first before we start doing questing and stuff here. Have to go work with the Hornburg. Alright, here we go. There's the gate before the fortifications of Helm's Deep. Looks like we made it in time. Looks like there's some Huruksai and other invaders in the area, so there'll be some targets for us to pick up later on. But there we go. You have come to Helm's Dyke, the mouth of the deep. And there's the king, Theoden King. But let's go ahead and work on Book 12, Chapter 10, Rumors of Battle.
You are here to help us?
I know what not help you can give, but I will turn none away. Things have gone ill for us.
Ooh, level 86 tracery.
I welcome all able folk, but I count your aid double.
Book 13, Chapter 1, The Lay of the Land.
The armies of Saruman have assaulted the men at the fords of Isen, and the survivors of the rout are scattered now across the Westfold. No one seems to know where Erkenbrand might be found. He is the lord of the Hornburg during the time of peace, and would make his way here if he could. Theoden King turned aside from his course and made for the deep when the size of Saruman's force became clear. His army is already on the march and will soon be here. I welcome all able folk willing to offer assistance, but I know you by reputation and count your aid double. Friends of yours have already lent us help we can. You will find them in the dike, throughout the deep, and at the Hornburg.
Follow the road that runs from the Helm's to Hornburg. Talk to Gimli and Thurkatel's here. Cool. But let's go ahead and talk to Theoden King.
Ah, Shanjandra. I did not expect to see you here on the eve of the greatest assault Rohan has ever endured. I'm glad you are here to aid us and not trapped beyond the gate when it locks behind us. I trust the rest of my realm does not fare so badly as the Westfold, without a warrior such as yourself to defend it. Tell me, what news of the Westminet?
The last great stronghold. You asked the king why he and his company turned away from the fords. Would it not be better to block the forces of Isengard from pouring through the gap?
It is just a question, my friend, but things have taken a dire turn, such as the news we received when Gandalf rode off. It is his counsel that I follow, and you would be wise to do the same. I'd hoped to ride to the fords to aid Erkenbrand, but Gamling here has more current news.
The Westfold burns! Something must be done!
The fords have already fallen, stranger. It is lucky that Theoden King turned his course when he did, for even Erkenbrand and his company could not withstand the might of the enemy. We hold this gate for Erkenbrand and wait now for his return. We've heard naught of him since the second battle at the fords, which the lords of the Westfold were scattered. Have you news of him? Our hope lies in Erkenbrand's strength. He is the master of this keep.
You regretfully tell Gamling that you've had no news at all of Erkenbrand. So we'll talk to Eomer and see what he has to say. You ask Eomer why the Rohirrim do not attempt to ride the enemy down on the plain, since the riders have such a great advantage on horseback.
It is true that we are far stronger than any foe on foot. But
Eomer trails off. He is reluctant to speak his thoughts.
it is not my wish to make dire predictions for the fate of my people. I will tell you of the events upon the road, when Gandalf had parted from our company, and bade us to come here.
Theoden's company parted with me upon the road, and retreated to Helm's Deep. What news could have reached them that turned them from their path?
Eomer's memory describes Theoden's encounter with a man he met on the company road.
Does Eomer ride with you? At last you come, but too late. Alas, you bring too little strength. All has gone evilly since Theoden fell. Yesterday we lost the Isen, and many good men with it.
Do you bring provisions?
Eomer's memory of the man's troubling wording continues.
At night, fresh forces of the enemy came over the river against our encampment. All Isengard must be empty now, and Saruman has armed the hillmen and hurt folk. And these also were loosed upon us. We were overpowered. The shield wall is broken. Erkenbrand has drawn off those men he could gather, but the rest are scattered. We know nothing of Erkenbrand, or Grimbold, or Elfheim. Please, where is Eomer? Tell him no hope lies ahead. He should turn back to Edoras before the warriors of Isengard come there. Come, Carl, and stand before me. I am here. The last host of the Erlingers rides forth, and it shall not return without battle. Command me, my king. And pray, pardon me, You thought I remained in Methuselah, hunched like an old tree beneath winter snow. So it was when you went to war, but a wind from the west has shaken the boughs.
Come, Curl, and despair no longer. Let us ride to Erkenbrand's aid.
No, Theoden, we must ride at once for Helm's Deep. Do not go to the falls of Ison, and tarry not upon the plain. I must leave. Shadowfax must bear me on a swift errand. Eragon, Eomer, keep well with the Lord of the Mark until I return. Wait for me at Helm's Gate. Farewell.
Must be very important to draw Gandalf away. What could that mean? I expect it means Gandalf Greymane has need of haste, ever he comes and goes unlooked for. If Wormtongue were here, he would not find it hard to explain. I suppose that is true, but for myself I shall wait until we see Gandalf again. Perhaps you will wait long. Of course. Wait as long as necessary. Eomer's tale is done. You should now return your thoughts to the men gathered at Helm's Gate, waiting for Gandalf, and hoping that Erkenbrand will return soon. Do you not see? More likely than not, this is to be the last stand of the Rohirrim. The Hornburg is our best hope in surviving this night. The enemy sends all of his might to meet us at this very place. If he wants a fight, he will have it. Join us, friend. We will make the White Hands rue the day they set foot upon this land. Let me go ahead and equip some of the stuff that I picked up here. We'll hold that level 86 incomparable tracery for a little while. I don't want to work with weapons right now. I might do it in a bit. The Helm. Yep, that's an equip. And Copper Ring to Broadacres. We don't want to like to replace. And it does. There we go. Aragorn. Gambling has told us that Erkenbrand left many men to defend the dike, but that all are too old, like him, or too young. Will you cheer up the men? It's likely long since they've had a smile, a gesture, or even a sympathetic look. They will know that they will likely not survive this night. Let me see. That quest is Helm's Gate. Ah, that's all. Oh, that's inside the gate, is it not? Up there on the precipice? We'll go up there in a few minutes. I got some other quests I need to perk up. Like, here's Legolas that I need to talk to. Helm's Gate. Keen eye of an archer. I am glad to see you again, even at this dark hour. Have you seen what marches forth across the plains? This will be a fell night indeed. Will Rohan fall? Legolas looks out northward, his keen eyes searching the long plains of the Westfold. You should look for yourself. This is a good place to look. You see a creeping darkness and smoke of the burning waste left by the marching enemy. The destruction is vast indeed. Alas for the fair men and women of Rohan. Saruman's wrath approaches swiftly. You saw it too. It seems that Erkenbrand has left many archers to man the wall. I wonder how soon their arrows will be spent. And here's Gimli. Let's chuck up with Gimli here and see how he's doing.
It is good to see you again. Well, you've acquired some expertise in your travels. Tell me, what do you think of these fortifications? The Rorin claim that none can break the wall, and the Hornburg will be the safest place in all but Rohan. I have my own thoughts on the matter. We will look around. Tell me what you think.
The gate is well kept and hardy, but could easily be crushed by enemy siegecraft. But we do need to talk to him about the lay of the land.
Hail, friend. I knew that you would not miss this chance.
This dwarf has had enough money running and riding and talking. Now is the time for fighting. And quite a battle that is shaping up to be too, huh? The walls of this fortress seem very sturdy, and the men say that the deep has never been taken by an enemy. Aye, and it may not be taken this time either, but I tell you true that I will be a mite disappointed if my ox sees little use. There are orc next to you, and I'm just a dwarf to do it. I expect you'll find Legolas atop the fortress wall. You prefer a nice long view of the approaching orcs, whereas I want to see their ugly faces. Up close.
Alright, so we'll go on ahead in and check the gate. Thurkatel sees you and heartily calls a greeting. Oh, there he is.
The Hornburg has never fallen. If fortune be with us, it never will.
This is the home of Erkenbrand, but none know what has become of him. Now the king will rely upon the walls of the Hornburg, and upon the strong arms of his people. Will you help us to defend the deep?
Thorkatel smiles when you say that you will.
The Hornburg has never fallen, and if fortune be with us, I will one day tell my children and theirs that it still has not, even many years hence. This might be its gravest test, and ours. May we be found sufficient.
Thurkatel is confident. So let's go on ahead up the wall. Because I need to double check. I need to cheer up men. I need to count barrels of arrows and examine the fortifications up here. Fortification is strong, but will not keep out a great host of fierce Urukai. Counted a cluster of arrow barrels. Have you ever looked out at the beauties of the plains and known it was to be your last look at the grasses touching the sky? Nay, do not press. This is my last battle. I make my stand here, and I will not retreat. My old legs aren't much. They cannot march, and they certainly cannot run. Here I will stand until I die. I only hope to kill 100 Uruks before I go. You feel a swell of admiration for this brave man. You should honor him, submit yourself to him, as you would to a king. You bow to honor this brave soldier, and as you do, a tear comes unbidden to his smiling eyes. No, they're about as ready as they can be from what I can see. This is going to be a hard-fought battle, though. I've never been in battle before, but my father has been in many. He's so fearsome that orcs throw down their arms and surrender to him, so my grandmother tells me. My father's probably forcing orcs to surrender near the fords right now. I do not think I am strong enough to kill many orcs, but if I am fearsome enough, perhaps they will surrender to me. Do you think I am fearsome? You should acknowledge this young soldier is indeed fearful enough to force you to yield to him. No? 1 second. Excuse me, that one hurt. Ow. There we go. This is what I need to do. You surrendered to this fearsome soldier, and he smiles brightly at you. That's what I needed to do. Let's continue on double checking everything here, looking for other arrows, and checking out the rest of the fortifications and such. This fortification is strong, but it will not keep out a great host of fierce Uruk-hai. There's another cluster of arrows. That's good.
However, I will slay orcs and uruks when my hands not stop shaking. I haven't felt calm since Gambling handed me a sword. Never seen a battle before, and I'm terrified. I cannot stop thinking about the blood, the pain. Will I be able to act when I am needed? I'm so restless, but I wish to be calm like my fellows.
Your calm words to the boy have helped his trembling to stop. Yep. Fortifications are strong, but not against a host of fierce Mordecai. That's just letting me know one of my auctions had sold. I was selling some stuff I didn't need anymore.
When I was a young man leading out to my first war, a fellow soldier would sing before every battle, and our hearts were stronger when we rode. Had a fair voice and clear, and he sang of peace, war, life, and death. Nobody sings today. Everyone is silent and afraid. I long to hear a song, but I daren't raise my own voice. I'm so told that I'm afraid gambling would have me thrown off the dike.
The old man smiles and nods at your fair song. His heart is gladdened. It looks like this is it. So let's go ahead and head back and talk to Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli and let them know.
Well, what do you think?
You quietly relay your observations to Gimli.
I could not have said it better myself. There is good strong rock here. It is not enough. I fear for these men, doughty though they are. Tonight I expect to make a great stand at the Hornburg. If it is my last battle, I will take many an Uruk with me.
Talk to Aragorn. You did a kind thing to cheer up those men while your own heart probably needs cheering itself. It is weary work to give courage to others. Alas, these troubled times must be ours. I only hope that we survive this night. Erkenbrand has left these men well stocked. It will not be enough. Perhaps the first line of enemy soldiers will fall, but more will take their place, and they will crash upon the Hornburg like the sea on a castle of sand. Alas for war.
We have need of you. There is still much to be done.
The scattered lords of the Westfold.
If you wish to know about the state of things in Westfold, I am glad to tell you all that I know. Erkenbrand, the Lord of Helm's Deep, took command of the fort after Prince Theoden fell. Elfhelm was with him, and Grimbold too. Grimbold is the Thane of Grimslag, a town to the east. I do not know what happened at the forts of Isen, but I do know that all the Westfold braces for war. Excuse me. I do not know what happened at the fords of Isen, but I do know that all the Westfold braces for war and awaits the news of the scattered lords, for the enemies of Isengard now roam free. They march here, even now as we speak. If Erkenbrand and the others can get here, we have a chance to survive. If they do not... Gandalf trails off. You wish to help the Westfold and Rohan. Think to helping yourself.
Seek shelter in the Hornburg and defend it with us. Help us ready for battle. The reports hold true. It is a folly to roam the plains now. Yes, we need Erkenbrand, but can he get here in time? If he even lives? You thank Eomer for his advice, but you wonder what Gandalf would have you do. We got about 40 seconds until the next ad break. I'll do what I can, and I'll pause when we get close. Talk to Aragorn real quick.
I cannot advise you easily. I truly worry that those who ride on the Hornburg will not see to live the morning. But I believe that crossing the plains of the Westfold before Saruman's army will mean certain death. Yet, the hope lies in Gandalf. For myself, I will stay and defend Theoden and Rohan with my life. For Rohan has ever been an ally to my people. I just hope Gandalf can find Erkenbrand in time.
Aragorn believes that hope lies in Gandalf and in finding Erkenbrand.
So you have decided to part ways here. I pray for your safe return and hope that there is still time to draw swords with you at the Hornburg. Good luck with your search for Erkenbrand, but be careful. The Westfold is not what it was. The enemy has claimed this land. The battle at Hornburg will decide the fate of Rohan. I do not know where Erkenbrand would go after the Fords of Ice and Fell. Perhaps to Grimbold back to the town of Grimslot, or perhaps to Marton, which lies closer to the cap, or perhaps elsewhere. I urge you to begin your search in Marton, for many men bear news thither as they soon have news to bear. I will see you again soon.
When I talked to Theoden King, he said I should head toward Marton to see what I can find. So that's where we're going to head. But I'm going to take out a few Uruk-hai on my way to make things easier for them. But I need to buff up real quick before I do. Oh, Billy! Billy! You meanie. You are a meanie. So I can't use a mount or a... So I can't use a mount and I can't gather. You, sir, are an ass. Thank you very much. My partner says, hello, Billy. Thank you very much. Beanie. Okay, so no mounts for a while and no gathering for a while. Ah, I can still take out Uruk-hai, though. There we go. I can still do that, though, so... Alright, so we will head to Marton, which I do believe is this way, I think. Yeah, we're going to head to Marton. Gather news of Erkenbrand in Marton, so we will head over here. All right, so here we are in Marton. We need to see if we can find news of Erkenbrand here. But as you can see, Marton has already fallen to the forces of Isengard. So we will have to... We'll be doing some questing around here. Uh-oh. Shadowy. Got him. Alright, so let's see what happens here. And also, I still do need some wargs and stuff in the Westminette, so we'll go ahead and start working on that. I mean, since I can't use my mounts, I might as well work on those, right? But there are also a bunch of quests that we can take care of in the town of Marton, so we will go ahead and do that. New quest, Marton, Favored Steeds. Draw water from the well and douse... Oh, and there's also... Oh, there's several quests here. First off, the Favored Steeds. I need to examine the slain horses and free horses. You should examine the steeds and determine why some are dead and some have been left alive. There's also a quest in Marton for 2 fires in the fields. Draw water from the well and douse 7 fires. We'll go ahead and take care of both of those quests while we're here. And we'll take out some wargs and some orcs and Uruk-hai and other goodness. And Marton's new thing. And I need to make hindered people help track folk escape. And the new thing is a small fellowship quest. Dethroned Thane Ripmausch. He's an evil orc leader that has taken the mead hall of Marton. Marton is destroyed. You should search for survivors who might yet be nearby. What's this? There's a refugee.
The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
I was asleep when the attack happened and now I'm trapped. That is, until you came to rescue me. We taking back the town now?
You inform the man the town is not safe. There are no water-harming soldiers in sight. He looks crestfallen.
I will flee then. I cannot believe that I must leave my home.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Fallen to orcs. Orcs can be found in the Westfold town of Marton. You should defeat them, and I need to defeat 10 of them. Oh, I'll gladly defeat orcs. It's not like I have anything else I can do right now, so I might as well defeat the orcs, right? There we go. Get over the... There we go. Just caught up on that beam. Here's some of the slaughtered horses that I need to search. Find out why they were... This dead steel is pale of coat. So that must have been why they left him behind. They thought pale coat meant they were sickly. My initial guess. Unsightly haystacks. Crude orcish flags can be found in Marton's farmlands. You should tear down the orc flags from the haystacks from which they are planted. Oh, gladly. And another one. Mounted orcs can be found patrolling the farmlands. I need to defeat 4 of them. Just hit level 95. Battle of Helm's Deep is level 95. New deed. Introduction to West Gondor. And I picked up a new title, Helmlingus by Deed. Oh, cool. Adventure to level 95. Picked up 1,000 Virtue XP and a title.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Damn. Damn. The level cap on Magmar, by the way, is, I want to say it's 105. It's not 95 because I'm still haven't maxed out level yet. I'm still gaining experience. A mournful had to appear right then and there. Damn. Back off. Don't get too far, though. I don't want you to pull those other guys. And I pulled him. I was not prepared. Oh, man. What a mistake. What a mistake. Let's hope it doesn't cost me. Got him. Wow. Well, I did at least pick up 6 more Tattered Shadows, too. So, Billy, do you think I've gone ahead and handled the redeem action okay? Ripped Mosh has been removed from the Thane's chair of the mead hall. And 168. No vitality. Vitality, agility. So grab that one. We'll worry about it in a bit. And that gives me 25,000 reputation with the Helmlingus. Let me go ahead and get these heads real quick before the crowds begin to appear. There we go. And let's get out of the hall. You have burned the desecrated heads on stakes in Marton's mead hall. Such a wrong cannot be righted, but destroying the orc's hideous work is better than letting it stand. And I picked up 15 LOTRO points. Alright, so I've gone ahead and finished off Marton. Now we need to head to where the survivors are. And I think I know where they're at. Oh, and Billy went ahead and did that and left. So I'm going to go ahead and say I went ahead and took care of all of that. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to normal. Go ahead and went ahead and posted in the general channel on my Discord server that Billy is also on. I said, Willy Billy Silly, you, sir, are a meanie. This part of the woods looks to have many promising hiding spots. I do need to find the cave. I think it's Zach this way. Yep, I think I found it. And here they are. You have discovered Marton's refugees. There's nobody here. There we go. There's a person to talk to. Egelwin.
Where is my husband Gladsnu? Have you come to tell me of him? Is he in good health? When can he come back? He is the Thane and we need him. He has been holding the fjords, but the fjords were lost. Please, tell me of my husband.
I don't know where he's at.
No, I've heard nothing of Erkenbrand or Grimbold or any of them. I care only for news of my husband Gladsnu. We had a rider telling us that the fords of Isen had fallen, but no news of my husband and Dane. And not long after, the orcs came, and we fled. Did I do right? Perhaps we should have thought. But I am no leader. Please, do not ask me anything else. I do not know. I am so distraught.
Try to help Egelwin be confident while her husband is away.
We are all going to rot here, without food and shelter. I have lost my husband's city.
Agelwin, the young wife of Thane Gladsunu of Marton, has a difficult task set before her in her husband's absence. As she awaits his return, their town has fallen, and the people of Marton need a leader now more than ever.
I miss my husband. Would that he were here. We have anything for news of Gladsunu.
Egelwin is distraught under the pressure of responsibility settled on her shoulders.
When we heard the fords had fallen, we were all afraid. Then the orcs approached at night with torches in their hands. Elstan woke me and pushed me out of the door. I went with him while he raised the alarm. We all owe him our lives. I'm grateful that my husband left him to protect us while our soldiers were gone. But now everyone looks to me for answers. I cannot give it. I am no leader. My husband Gladsunu is Thane, not I. I still remember the day he left. I have never been so sad in my life. I remember our last conversation like it was yesterday. My dear Egelwin, do not fear. I will be with Erkenbrand, the lords of the Mark. I much rather you stayed here to protect Marton. Surely Erkenbrand would understand you had your duties as Thane. You should send your soldiers in your stead. That is not the way of things, dear wife. We will ride to battle for Rohan, not for Marton. This is larger than you and me, larger than Marton, larger than even the Westfold. Dear wife. Do not cry. You must be strong and lead our people in my stead. If the need arises. I cannot. I am the warrior. You needn't be a warrior. I'll leave Elstan with you. He is my strongest and most loyal soldier. You may be young and inexperienced, but you are as clever as can be. I know you will do well. If the unthinkable happens, you must lead our people to Helm's Deep, Egelwin. It is the safest place in all of Rohan. Tell me that you understand. I understand. And here is my predicament.
Should I really encourage these people to make for Helm's Deep? How do I know that when that dire time is here? What if I wait too long? Or go when I should stay and fight? You assure Eowyn that King Theoden himself has retreated to Helm's Deep and urges everyone he sees to do the same. If Eowyn wishes to heed her husband's advice and make for Helm's Deep, now is the time. Oh dear, someone wishes to speak with me.
Forgive the interruption, Lady Eowyn.
It is no matter. What do you need?
Do you think it is not time we make back for Marton? It does not seem right to leave your Dane's husband's town to the orcs while he is lost at the forts.
I do not know what we should do.
I think you will find that it is clear to everyone that we drive the orcs from Marton, my lady. I know that you are new to acting as Thane, but I am certain you will arrive at the same conclusion in time. I only wish to advise you. The time to act is now.
Now what do I do? I have not the experience to see what is right. In my heart, though, I wish to do as my beloved Glesnunu bade me. Let's make for Helm's Deep. You are right. I am convinced that I must act the leader now, however uncomfortable the role may be. You assure Eowyn that she will learn as she goes, and that she will have help as long as you can spare it. I have even more doubts than when we began our conversation. You encourage Eowyn to choose what she wants to do, whether it is listening to her husband or listening to her people, and stand by her decision. I will try it. I hope it makes things easier. You must choose only one of 3 styles of leadership. Strength in leadership, the will of the people, wisdom of counsel. The decision must be mine, but I do not want to make a blind one. I wish to know what the others think. My heart leans toward Helm's Deep, but I truly do not know if it is prudent. Do you think this is a bad idea? You assure Eowyn that her decision is just. You should ask the other refugees to say what they think and report to Eowyn if she doesn't know. While I think it's generally a good idea, they need to head to Helm's Deep. There's no expending the command. I'd like to know what the other tell. Oh. Are they all the same? They are all the same. Yep. I believe I should issue a strong command, for that is what my husband would have done. Glesnunu was wise, and no one questioned him. We should go to Helm's Deep as Glesnunu bade me. The king is there, and there is no other way, I think. Is that right? You assure her that her decision is just, and you will inform the other refugees.
Helm's Deep? Why? That is nonsense. Are we truly going to let the orcs who took our town think that we are cowards who will simply roll over and flee? I do not support this decision.
I cannot believe we would abandon the lands of our forefathers. We've inhabited Marton for hundreds of years. We just to leave it to orcs? A vile decision. Do tell the lady that. I do not agree with the young lady on this decision. Should I be traveling so far in my old age? It is foolish to ride across the plains when our home is right here.
Eowyn refuses my counsel, does she? Well, now I know where the people stand in her eyes. Perhaps her foolishness can still be amended. I will gladly follow my king to Helm's Deep. It would be an honor to fight for him there. I support Eowyn in his choice. It pains me to leave Marton to the orcs, but I'm too old and stiff to fight. For a younger man, I might feel differently.
Thank heavens Eowyn has made this decision. I am terrified of the orcs that took over our town. And I do not believe we can win against those fearsome foes. I would respect the Lady Egelwyn's decision. Thane Gladsunu left her in charge, and I will follow her lead. Gladsunu is a wise young man, and I would not give us a leader he did not trust. I do it to everyone, don't worry, they have to say that. Oh, you're okay, Billy. You're cool. You're definitely cool.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
This man does not seem to speak much, but he bows in assent. He's not with Egelwyn's side, and it seems that he's as loyal to her as he was to Gladsunu. 5 agree with me, and 4 do not, but that must not change my decision. I shall count myself lucky that I have not angered everyone. For better or worse, I have made a decision, but my path does not seem any less complicated. I hope I do not steer my people wrong. Now that I know we are going to Helm's Deep, I would have your counsel. Which way should we go? Is it safe to pass Marton? There are 2 roads coming from the north on either side of the town, but I would not usher my people down them if they are not safe. Maybe investigate the river as well. Will you scout some possible routes for us to take? Please, hurry. I wish to begin our journey as soon as possible. Alright, so I will scout the road. Actually, at this point, I'm looking at the time and such, and I think I'm going to go ahead and end my stream here for today. We'll go ahead and escort the refugees to Helm's Deep on my next stream, which will be this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Whew, what a day. Things are definitely not going very well for the Rohirrim. But I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. I had a good time. We took care of a lot. So, it's just you and me, Destiscardo, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So, I hope you take care of yourself. Be safe. You too, Destiscardo. Take care. And I will see you all very, very soon.